Hello everyone, welcome back to our online class. So everyone turn to page number 113. You can see chapter number 14 and the topic is was farm. So we are going to study, we are going to uh, learn, or we are going to start our chapter, and the topic is was farm, and this is the story about was farm. So I am Vasva. So a boy called Vasva and his father is a farmer. My father is a farmer. We live in Velvanika village in Karnataka. So in Karnataka there is a village called Velvanika, and Vasva and his father live in Velvanika village in Karnataka. It is the month of July. So he is talking about the month of July. Like every year, Appa, my father, is preparing the field to sow the onion crop. So he is saying that his father is preparing the field. That means he is doing all the works to show the onion crop. So he is about to plant, or he is about to show onion crop. Okay, there are so many things to be done at this time. So to plant or to grow onion crops, there are so many things that should be done. Okay, to help him, I too go to the fields with Appa. So to help his father, to help Basva's father, Basva also goes to the field with Appa. That means his father. In last few days, Appa has been using the khunti, an iron rod, to dig the hole, loosen it and make it soft. So from so many days, like last few days, his father has been using khunti. Okay, that is an iron rod. Okay, which will dig the soil. Okay, and we all know that khunti, whenever some of the farmers will work in the field, you can see khunti, and that is an iron rod. Okay, which will dig the soil, and that will loosen the soil and make it soft. Okay, that's the soil make it to make the, they will use the kunti to loosen the soil and make it soft, because they are going to plant onion crop. Find out in Vasva's area and implement called khunti is used to loosen the soil. In their place, in Vasva's place, you can see they use khunti to loosen the soil. What is this kind of implement? That means what kind of thing is that called in your area? What like in Vasva's area they call that thing khunti. So in your place, because in different place you will call different, you will have different thing name. Okay, so in your area, what do you call that? That thing. Okay, like in Vasva's place they call it khunti. So draw the thing. Okay, draw the picture of the khunti and discuss this among with your friends. Find out from a farmer or some elders in your family what kind of crops are grown in your area. So in your area, what crops, like the farmers or your parents sometimes grows. Okay, you have to ask them and write. So sowing the seeds. This year also my father will sow onion seeds in the field. So this year, that means last year also, his father, Vasva's father, planted, he showed onion seeds. So similarly, this year also they are about to show onion seeds in the field. The bullocks will pull the kurugi, and Appa will walk behind them. So bullocks, especially that means bulls, they will use that bullocks to plow the field and all the things, and the bullocks will pull the kurgi that is used to plow the field, and Appa will, that means his father, would walk behind them. Behind them means behind the bullocks, sprinkling the seeds. So his father would walk behind the bullocks and he will sprinkle, that means he will show the seeds. I would also like to do this just like my Appa, but Appa says that it is necessary to drop the right amount of seed at the regular distance. So Basva also wants to do that, but his father will not allow him to do, because his father says that the seed, okay, should be showed in the appropriate or the right distance. Okay, this is not so easy to do. His father says this is not easy to do. He says that I may drop too many seeds in one place. So his father says that if you do the work, you will show so many seeds in one place only. That is why you better not do. Okay, I must wait till I am little older to be able to do this properly. So his father says you have to wait, and when you will grow up and when you will be able to do this work, so you have to do this, but not now. Okay, because you are little, you are small, so you have to wait till your times come. What other ways could be used to plow the fields instead of animals? So discuss. So I told you that Basva father used bullocks to plow the fields. So what are the other way to plow the fields? Okay, you have to write the answer. So now another is the sprouts appear. Sprouts is the small plant, okay, which will come after showing the seeds. After a few days you will see small sprouts. Okay, so now we will read about that. It is now 20 days since the seeds are sown. So after 20 days, after showing seeds, it is already 20 days and the onion plants have started to sprout. So the onion plants which they showed in the field, that has sprouted. Okay, along with the onion plants, weeds have also come up. So not only onions, but weeds have also come up, so sprouted, as weeds have also sprouted. Weeds grow in fields and gardens. So I told weeds, okay, that is not the plant, not that are plants, no, but not the crops. So they will also grow in the fields and gardens and without being planted. So weeds should not be planted, but they are not needed to be planted, but also weeds will come, or even if they are not planted, but also they will come. Appa says that we must remove the weeds so that they do not take up all the water and fertilizers. So whatever fertilizers and waters they are applying, they are putting, or they are using with the onion seeds, as the weeds have also come up, Basva father says that the weeds should be removed, because the weeds will take all the water and fertilizer used for the onion. So they have to remove the weed. If there are too many weeds, then the onions plants will not be healthy. So if there are so many, because if they do not remove the weeds on time, all the onion plants will not be so healthy. Amma, uncle and I, we all help Appa to take out all the weeds. So Basva and Basva's uncle and Basva's mummy, okay, they helped his father to take out all the weeds. So now another is growing plants. I am happy to see the plants growing. So Vasva is very happy to see all the onion plants growing. They are tall enough to reach my knees. So all the onion plants are about to reach Vasva's knees. Okay, the leaves have started turning yellow and drying up. So the leaves of the onion plant have started to turn into yellow color, and they are drying up also. This means that the onions are ready to be taken out, because the onion, okay, the fruit, which is the main fruit that is under the soil. So if the leaves are yellow in color, if the leaves of the onion plant turns yellow, and if they started to dry up, that means that is the right time to take out the onions from the ground. Okay, draw any crop which you have seen in the field. So if you have seen any crops in the field, draw it and draw it in your notebook. Do you know why? Everyone at home will have to work to take the onions out. So you all know that when we plant or when we sow onion plant, that means when there will be the right time to take out the onion plant. You all have seen, maybe you all have seen, all your family members will be working to do that. It is important that they should be done in the right time, because if only one of the family members does the work, that means it will take many more times. But if everyone do, all the onions can be taken out in the right time. So all the onions should be taken out from the ground at the right time. If we are late, the onions will rot in the ground itself, and all our hard work will be wasted. So because if you will just leave the thing, and if the onions are not taken out in the respective time, that means the onion will rot. That means inside the ground only it will spoil, it will be destroyed. So all your hard work to whatever you did, whatever your parents did to plant the crop, all the hard work will be wasted. That is why everyone will work together. Vasva helps his father in the field. Vasva is also helping his father in his field. Do you help the elders in your family in their work? What do you help them with? So Vasva is helping his father, I told you. And maybe you all, if you do you also help your family members, like in the fields you have? And the question is asked. So what help are you helping with them with? Okay, you have to write it there. So do you enjoy doing that work? So the question in the previous page is that whether you help your elder person or the elder members in the field or not, and what work do you help them with? You have to answer that. And if you help them, do you enjoy helping them? You have to, if you enjoy, then you write yes, and if you don't enjoy, then write it. So the onion crop, so I told you that they already removed the onion crop. Okay, everyone at home is happy. Everyone in Basva's family is very happy. This time the onions are big and healthy. So this time what happens with Basva family is all the onions which they planted are very big. Okay, big in size, and all the onions are healthy. Amma and auntie use the iligi to cut the dried leaves from the top of the onion. So you all know that in the top there will be leaves. Okay, so amma and auntie are using iligi to cut the dried leaves from the top of the onion. So the iligi is sharp, and you have to be careful not to cut your finger. So there you can see iligi in here. Most of the people here, they use, in your place maybe you have seen using this, and it's like a knife, and that will be very sharp, and you have to be careful while using that thing. Okay, Appa and uncle fill the sacks with onions. So when his amma and auntie are cutting the leaves from the top of the onion, so his father and uncle, they both are filling the sacks, means the sacks. You can see here the you will call that jhola and all, no, boda and all. Appa will take them in a truck to sell in the big market. So after filling the sack, his father will take the onion sack in the truck to sell in the market. Okay, and here are some questions given. Write answers in your, you have to write this in your notebook. Why is Vasva not able to attend school for some days? Why? Because he is working and he is helping his father. Are there any field near your house? So if you have fields near your house, you have to write yes. What is grown there? So what are the crops that are growing there, or what are the crops that are grown there? You have to write it here. So Vasvas Appa takes the onions to the market in the truck. So I told you that his father takes the onion in the market to the market. Think how would fruits and vegetables be taken to another place if there were no proper roads. So you just imagine that I told you that Vasva father is taking the onions with the help of truck to the markets to sell the onions. So imagine that if there are no proper road, that means not so all the roads are rough and there are not so proper roads, so how do you think that people would take their vegetables, their fruits to markets, to different markets to sell? You imagine and you think how will they do that? Okay, how would they do that? What kind of vehicles are used to carry fruits and vegetables? You all know that there are different vehicles to that will carry fruits and vegetables, and what kinds of vehicles are used for those work. Okay, draw a picture of one of these vehicles in your notebook. So in your notebook, the vehicle which you have seen carrying the fruits and vegetable to different place, you draw, if you have seen, you draw the picture in your notebook. So here are another ones. Find out and write. Given here are pictures of some implements, that means the things, okay, the things we used by Vasva's family. So these all are the implements that are used by Vasva's family. Write the names of the implements. So search the name and write from the story, and also write what are these called in your area, whatever is called. All these are given here, mentioned here, like this is called ilegi. So what is this implement called in your area? So you have to write all this is called kutti, all this, no, you have to kutti and all, you have to write it in whatever is called in your area. This all this implement what is called in your areas, you have to write it here. This is kunti, no, here it is written kunti, so you write what is called in your place. So this is called, so this is called kurugi, used by his father, Vasva's father, to plow the field with the help of bullocks. So what is that called in a, like name in this chapter? What is this given? You have to write, and name in your area. What is this called in your area? You have to write, and what work? Okay, what do you do with this? With the help of this, that you have to mention in all these things. So last one is 118. Many steps are needed to grow crops. You all know that in step wise you need to grow the crops. Look at the pictures and mark them in the correct order. So here are some pictures given. So what are the like first or second and third, all this according to the steps needed to be done or needed to be performed to grow crops? You have to look at the picture and mark them in the order, like first, which is the first one, you have to write first one. Which is the second one, you have to write the second one. You have to write first one is digging the, you have to dig the soil and make it soft and loosen it, and you have to you have to sow the seeds, and after that you will get you have to remove all the weeds and all, and you have to remove the, you have to take out the crop and all this, and you have to sell all these things, no? So according to the step you have to write 1 2 3 4 and all this. Okay, so find out about a crop that is grown in your area. The crop, okay, which is grown in your area, you have to find out which is mostly grown. Also find out the steps that are part of this work. So the steps or the work to be done to grow the crops in your area, whichever is growing in your area, you have to find out the steps also. Draw them in your notebook. So which are the steps to be taken, which are the steps needed to grow that crop means the crops which is growing in your area. You have to draw the picture and write it according. You have to draw the picture accordingly and draw that picture in your notebook.